Looking to travel to Disney with your family and don't know where to start? Well, we're here to help you. I'm Sarah, this is Mini Travellers, and I've been travelling to Disney with my family for 24 years. And today we're going to look at the Disney parks and where to start. I'm going to give you a quick overview of each park. And the benefit of this is going forward with your planning, you might have an idea of which parks you may want to spend more time in, because all of the parks are phenomenal. There's so much to do in every park, but depending on the age of your family may depend where you want to spend more time, but also which park you want to stay nearest and where you want to focus your trip on. Because we've been visiting for so long, we've built this strategy up over years. So when the boys were younger, we would maybe stay nearer the Magic Kingdom park, and as they've got older, we've gradually almost worked along the interstate to Universal. And it really does depend on your children's age and what you want to get out of your holiday. It's a big expense, you want to get it right. So here are our tips for each park. And the reason this is really important is if you start to have a plan of what you need to do in the afternoon, what you want to do in the morning, you start to build up a bit of a structure of your Disney trip, and it really is helpful. And a good way to do that is with post-it stickers. So we started by, and I know that Karen does this as well, my partner at Mini Travellers, days of the week, Animal Kingdom, AM, stick it on a day of the week. Magic Kingdom, so we want to do that late at night. So when we've got a late night and a fireworks, we don't want an AM start, do we? We want to have a break that morning. Then you can start to build up your calendar with your post-it notes, taking into consideration some of these things you need to consider. So here we have Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom, you're going to go in at Main Street, USA, and you've got the different lands. So you've got Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Liberty Square, Frontierland, and then Adventureland. Now, a really good tip with Magic Kingdom is to go to the back of the park and work your way forward, because everybody goes in and filters out this way. So this is a park where you could spend 2 or 3 days easily, and plus they have the fireworks. And the fireworks don't always start and finish at the same time. It's different times depending on the time of year. So what I suggest you do is you download the app. And when you download the app, it will tell you what time the fireworks finish. And this is a really good plan when you're creating your strategy. So if you've got your post-it notes, you can put, right, okay, so I want to go to Magic Kingdom in the morning, and I also want to go to Magic Kingdom in the afternoon for the evening fireworks, so that you've got a bit of chill time in between. And strategize areas, look at areas you want to visit, and say, right, okay, well, on the first trip we're going to do Tomorrowland and Adventureland, or you might work it other ways round, or you might just go and look on the app, because the app is brilliant. If you download the Disney app, it tells you the wait times for all the rides. You could be in Disney, look at Frontierland, and Tiana's hasn't got a long queue. That gives you time to get to Tiana's really quickly. So then you could look and, right, okay, well, then from there it might be a small world. So you can work round using your app and look at the wait times for the rides, or you can strategize different areas and go and accept that there are queues, or get a genie, which we will talk about another time. But for me, on my post-it notes for this park, I would have an early morning and an afternoon and evening slot, so that you've got a daytime slot to spend there, and you've also got an evening to make sure you get those fireworks in. If you've got little ones, do you want to get to the park at 9 in the morning and leave after the fireworks? You know, you can do it all in one day. We used to go over a 10-day, 2-week period, and then we'd get a park pass that covered nearly all of the time, and we'd go for a couple of days, and we'd maybe go early morning, do a half day one day, and then the next time we'd go back at 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, and have a chilled morning by the pool. At the end of the day, we would then stay, book dinner, and do the fireworks. If you've got children that get tired easily, that's a really important thing to consider. Are you going to go like some families do, and they just belt out a whole day and a whole evening all in one go? Wouldn't have worked for my family. Another tip for the fireworks is stay by the door, because a lot of people go up, they want to be in the middle to watch them. We've always watched them at the back with our kids, because I've got a husband that wants to get away quick. So we watch the fireworks, and then as they finish, you're back, you're near the door. You can get yourself up and out to the transport station, get on the monorail and get yourself around to the ticket and transportation centre. And that's the best place to get Uber. Animal Kingdom is definitely a morning park, and the reason it's a morning park is because you've got your Kilimanjaro safari. It is phenomenal, but the best time to go to that, because it's real animals, it's a nature reserve, and it's huge, and you go around on a safari track. So yes, it's a ride, but it's also a reserve as well. So that means that the animals may not be there. It's it depends on them and their moods. So the best time to go is early in the morning when it's cooler. And from there you can work back around the park. There's some really great rides here. So you've got the Expedition Everest, which is a really big roller coaster. You've got around the Tree of Life area. This is beautiful, full of carvings. It's really worth looking at. And then all around going through Africa and Asia is stunning. Dino Land USA. Okay, that's something, if I was going to give anything a miss, I'd give that a miss. The dinosaur ride is actually quite good, but the rest of it's all right. Pandora, World of Avatar, they've got some amazing rides on there, and it's just the theme in there that's quite new, or a couple of years old, and that is stunning. So that's definitely one not to miss. So this on my post-it note would be a park that I'd visit in the morning to get the early safari in. So this is Epcot, and Epcot is a themed world. So you can see that you've almost got a world, and you've got all of the countries around it. So you've got Canada, UK, France, Morocco, and you work your way around the world. Every country has themed food and themed drinks, and it really is somewhere. I love it. It's one of my favourite parks. It's special, and you can go there. We tend to go in the afternoon because when you go in the afternoon, you can have a cocktail. So we always have a glass of champagne in France. The fireworks are phenomenal. So again, use your app and look at the app to find out when the fireworks are. And a really good tip is, I don't usually go to English places to eat when I'm abroad, but they've got an English pub that does fish and chips, and it's got a really great view. It's here over the lake. So it's one of the only restaurants on the lake, and you can have a meal there. I think you can do something up here as well. In America, there was tables last time we went, but you can book a meal there. You've got to book a conservatory or an outside table. And if you're eating there while the fireworks are on, you've got to plan that. Then you get the best view sat down rather than stood in the crowd. So if not, stay at the back, and then you can make a quick escape. So other things to note here is you have got soaring, which is, I can't even describe it, but you're basically flying in a paraglider over the world, and they've got different themed things on. You've got all your world discovery. You've got your globe, which is worth going up in the Epcot globe. It's quite slow, and it's probably a bit dated now, but it's still nice to do. It's something that's just, if you love Disney, it's always been there. You've got Test Track, which is you design your own sports car and ride it, and you have got Guardians of the Galaxy ride, and that is really one not to miss. So that's Epcot. For me, again, that's an afternoon and an evening park. On my post-it note, that would be going on afternoon and evening and putting it on my planner. Hollywood Studios, and this is another afternoon and evening park. I mean, what you can do is it with places like Animal Kingdom, obviously you've got a morning park. Magic Kingdom is all day, but you can plan to do a couple of trips. And this is another one of those parks where if I did it twice, I'd do it a morning and I'd do an afternoon and evening. And the reason for that is Fantasmic. So Fantasmic is their fireworks show, but it's not just fireworks, it's also a show and the light show, and it's amazing. So it's worth planning in to stay late for that. And again, look on your app because the times differ. Now, Hollywood Studios is like old Hollywood. It's themed. You've got all the different, like you've got Commissioner Lane, the Animation Courtyard, Sunset Boulevard, and everything has got really amazing theming. You've got the Indiana Jones show there. So there's a Beauty and the Beast show, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. That's a brilliant ride. I'm just looking now at the ages. So it's 40 centimetres is the minimum height. It's a spooky ride, but it's brilliant. It's a sheer drop. Your heart goes up into your mouth, but it's one that not to miss. You've also got Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Now, Toy Story Land is phenomenal. And if you've got Toy Story lovers in your family, this is just like being in Andy's room. Some of the rides, and you're walking through, and you've got a giant Buzz and Slinky. They're everything. It's just, the theming is phenomenal. And Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is one of the newer lands, and that is mind-blowing. It's like being in a Star Wars movie. So whether you are or not a Star Wars fan, don't miss this. Universal Studios, we've got a very limited map here. You've got 2 parks, and you've got Volcano Bay. So you've got Volcano Bay, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios are built together by City Walk. And this is brilliant because that means that this is the central place. You can come out for something to eat. You can go have drinks. You can go there before for breakfast. And there's loads of places to eat and drink there. And then you've got your parks. Now, what you need is a multi-park pass. We do it over 2 or 3 days. We stay at Universal now. And Universal Studios is the original park. Then you've got Islands of Adventure. Obviously, now we've got the new park as well. And Epic Universe. I mean, we haven't been yet, so I can't really talk much about that. It looks phenomenal with the Ministry of Magic. You've got the Isle of Berk. If you're a How to Train Your Dragon fan, you've got Super Mario World. There's so much going on there. But for now, we're going to look at Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios. These are two parks you can do any time of day. And what we tend to do is do a morning one day, do an afternoon the next, so that we get in that afternoon chill by the pool and a lazy lay-in some days as well. And we try to schedule it like that so that over a trip we get chill time. If you're staying in the park, you get in a bit earlier. If not, you just go at rope drop. If Harry Potter's important to you, which I love Harry Potter, then you go straight to your Harry Potter world. You've got Wizarding World of Harry Potter up here, and you've got Diagon Alley, and that's in Universal Studios. So what I would do here is I would start on this day at Universal Studios. I would go to Diagon Alley. It's phenomenal. It's mind-blowing. And then you get, if you've got the multi-park pass, you get the Hogwarts Express across, and it takes you between the parks, but you need your valid park ticket, and that will take you over to Hogsmeade, and you've got all of your Hagrid ride, and you've got more Harry Potter rides there. And then you've got Islands of Adventure. You can work your way around here. So in Islands of Adventure, what you've got Cat in the Hat World for the younger ones. Then you've got all your Marvel, Cartoon Land, Toon Lagoon, which is all back in the day of, you know, Betty Boop, and it's brilliant. It's such a fun area. You've got a Skull Island with King Kong, and then you've got all the Jurassic Park at the back. The Jurassic Park rides are mind-blowing. So you've got these rides here. So you start in this park, do Harry Potter here, move your way across, and then do the rest of the park. Then the next day when you go in, you're going to go into Islands of Adventure, straight to Harry Potter. Do all of the Harry Potter stuff here because it's quieter. You're in there first with obviously thousands of other people, but you're there, you're at the front. And then you get the Hogwarts Express across and work around the rest of Universal Studios, which again is like old Hollywood. So you've got E.T., which I believe has just been done up. You've got your Men in Black ride, you've got the Mummy, you've got the Rocket, which is another huge roller coaster, Minion Land, and Simpsons. You can actually, as long as it's still there, you can go for a drink in Moe's Tavern, which I'm not a big Simpsons fan, but that was fun. And that's your Universal parks. So even though they look smaller, this is my favourite park of all of the parks in Orlando. It is just magical, and the theme in here is just like theming you've never seen. So I can't wait to go and see the new park because I can only imagine what scale that's on. So have your strategy. Despite fast passes, despite genies, what part of the day do you want to spend in each park? For what reasons? What's important to you about Magic Kingdom? Are you going to spend 2 days there? Are you going to spend 3 half days there? Because you know what? It's your holiday. You can do what you want. But in the next episode, we're going to look at hotels. We're going to look at how to get your head around choosing where you want to stay and what hotel options have you got in Disney, Universal, and that area, whether it be on a park, off a park, or in a villa. And we'll look at that in the next episode. If you did like this, please do like and subscribe. Any questions you want answered about planning your Disney and Universal trip, please do ask. And thanks for watching.